Hello, this is Arnold. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to look at status of land in Kenya and the developing world. Just a little bit background information. Land ownership faces in developing world is similar to that in developed world. So some of the faces that we're going to look at in in developing world is ancestral land or original landowners. So, developing world is at a phase whereby those who owned ancestral land are currently offloading or selling off those pieces to those who, for one reason or the other, did not have ancestral land, or whose ancestral land is no longer sufficient for them. Let's dive into it. So, what is going on in developing world? So, in most developing world or third world countries, those who still hold ancestral land are selling off those pieces of land so as to meet day-to-day living expenses like school fees or college tuition. And most of those who are selling those lands do not see any remaining purpose or use for those pieces of land other than selling them. So they're getting more value from selling off those pieces of land rather than from holding them. And if you look at some of the reasons why they held most of those land is mostly is they were using it for agricultural purposes. So probably what's going on is the processing plants, the processing factories that used to process agricultural products that they used to get from those pieces of land probably have shut down for one reason or the other. And therefore, they can no longer be able to get much value from those pieces of land. And the most value that the best option for them is to sell off those pieces of land. So some of the reasons why that has led to those factories shutting down is it could be political. Probably they're no longer politically correct, or due to economic reasons, those factories be operating at a profit is no longer possible. Therefore, it's no longer sustainable. And some of the reasons are climate change. As we know, climate change has had a great effect on most countries and has made certain agricultural land no longer productive. Therefore, the only use is to sell them. But one interesting factor is that as long as buyers exist for those pieces of land, as long as those who are looking to buy, the number of those who are looking to buy is going up, then that is an indicator right there that there still lies some value. And maybe the person who is selling needs to look harder to be able to see the value in whatever they're holding or whatever they're selling. So one thing is still a fact, which is land is still a factor of production, and whatever piece of land a person sees no value in, somebody else sees value in it. So land ownership is there for passing from ancestral landowners to those who had no ancestral land or whose ancestral land has run out due to population growth or for other reasons. So some of the characteristics of the new landowners is number one, they're buying to gain or extract value from the pieces they're buying from. So one way they're extracting value is probably buying to put up buildings, commercial buildings, residential houses, apartments, homes, you name it. The other characteristic is they buy to hold long term. These people are not going to sell anytime soon. Whatever they're buying, they're holding them as generational wealth. And number three, whatever they buy, if they happen to resell, they will resell at higher prices. So you want to imagine a scenario whereby the person who is selling an ancestral land at the moment, a couple of years down the road, will not be able to afford the same piece of land if in case they go to try and buy it from the person they sold it to. So whatever your perception on land is, remember one thing, and that is no more of it is being made. So with that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.